Take it away.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How's your SGDQ going?
Wonderful.
I'm still having fun. Yo, we got a race here for Mega Man 11, the newest installment of the franchise, between our good boy, fastatcc, and our other good boy, Qttsix. Who's ready?
I'm ready. I'm pumped.
I am so excited.
They're having a conversation. I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah,
we were just wondering about that.
Yeah. I guess we'll introduce ourselves in case anybody forgot who we were. Okay. We got
Sage Hero. Nice to meet you.
PJ.
And I'm still Chelny. Still here. They haven't kicked me out of the country yet. All right.
They're working on it.
Yeah, I know. Canadians,
Memos
right?
in the mail.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are ready. Good? You good?
All right.
Are you guys ready?
Sorry, are we ready? Come on, guys.
This is going to be good. We've got keyboard versus gamepad. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! So this route, it changed a little bit in the early days, but it got solidified pretty fast that Impact was going to be the first stage, just because it's kind of like a burner in X2, and like you dash horizontally really quick, and it's a little bit faster than sliding. It's great to know that the slide is back from Mega Man 10 being, it took a little bit of a hiatus, and it also has a turbo button in this game, so it's a little bit nice for us people that want to take it a little easy on the mashing to have a little bit of a easier time.
Yeah, Mega Man 11 added quite a lot of really nice quality of life changes. As you can see, these quick summons, these quick summons with Rush Coil and Rush Jet, you'll see later. There's a dedicated button for Rush Coil and Jet now instead of having to menu or quick swap to it. So it makes it really convenient not only for getting Rush out there and using him, but also to deselect certain buttons.
Yeah, nice jump.
The double two-framers.
The other big change was the addition of the speed gear and power gear. So you're going to see coming up soon, they're going to use speed gear to slow down time. And they're also going to use power gear to overcharge their weapons, kind of like X, where you can charge up your special weapons. Yeah,
ideally we don't want to use speed gear too much, because it does slow the game down, but it does make Mega Man move faster than the enemies. You see them jumping over the more OCs there really easily with speed gear, so.
Coming up to a mini boss, and we're going to show off our fully charged Buster if we can.
Yeah, like Sage said, we got a power gear, and there's a couple different things. There's a double Buster shot, but there's also a double gear type shot here, and you're going to see them fully charge it and release this one that does 8 damage to the boss. Really, the only downside of it is it burns out your gear system. You kind of see that underneath their health and ammo, there's a little bar there, and if they utilize too much power gear and speed gear without letting it cool off, it will burn out, and they have to wait until it fully cools off before they can use it again.
Really scary room here, using the iframes to get to the spikes.
Really nice.
They
really
both
made it through.
Yeah,
really good. Really good.
That's a really scary room.
And that room is one of the main reasons that Impact is viable first now, because that room is extremely slow. The platforms snake all the way through it, so being able to skip like straight through the middle and cut all those cycles out really solidified this route.
Yeah, definitely. Faster going up and around. QTT right behind him. So a big thing to really, I guess, talk about in this game, not only does Mega Man have the gears, but Wily has also equipped these 8 Robot Masters with the gears as well. Some of them have power gear, and some of them have speed gear. Ideally, in a lot of the fights, we want to try to avoid those gear phases from happening. So what we're going to try to do here is set up Impact Man in a way so that we can kill him before he uses his power gear phase. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, the trigger for that is health base. So they want to keep him just above 50% and then finish the rest off. Really nice.
Good job. And QTT really gets nice. Awesome. Right on.
Yeah, so you saw them. They brought Impact Man down to, I guess it'd be 15 health, and then waited for him to do a long committal attack so they could get 2 more double shot power busters off to finish him.
Yeah, both our boys escaped this time. So yeah, we have the movement weapon now of the game. It's very quick, and you're going to see them try to use it as much as possible. We even go to the point where we're going to collect W tanks, and QTT is even going to go to the shop and purchase even more W tanks, and that's just so that we can use more impact. You're also going to see them, when they kill enemies, do their best to try to switch to impact to pick up ammo that the enemies might drop. And that's so that they, again, can get more impact usage. In fact, there's some enemies that are worth going just a little bit out of the way for to kill just to try to get ammo drops because it's just that much faster.
Yeah, and one of the things that makes that possible and viable is another change that they added here with this weapon ring system. So normally with a quick swapping Mega Man, you just have L and R buttons and it'll cycle through the whole list of weapons that you have available. And you can still do that here, but you can also, if you're using keyboard, map each individual weapon to its own hotkey to directly switch to it. Or if you're using a gamepad, the right stick will serve the same purpose. So like if Fasta wants to kill an enemy with Buster and then quickly switch to impact, he can just flick right stick down to equip impact.
And that's why this speedrun is so fast, because being able to switch to any weapon on cue at any time is quite a powerful ability.
Fasta coming up on a mini boss here, and you're going to see him again using the fully charged Buster and then some rapid fire shots in order to take him down, probably followed by an impact or two.
Yeah, this fight is a little bit tight timing. You have to open up, wait till his eye opens up before you hit him, and really nicely done there. Also QTT, right on.
Very good.
Yeah. In a couple screens, you're going to see him rush jet up, and that's going to be in order to grab this W tank that's just a little bit out of the way, a little bit out of reach.
Yeah, this is the first W tank that we can grab, and we want to have it ready to go just in case our drops are not as favorable in our next stage, which will be Torch. Fasta gets the nice impact over the spike. That's a really hard one. Really and QTT right behind him also, beautiful. That's a really tricky impact to get right underneath that block. Yeah. If you hit the wall, you fall on the spikes, so it's really risky.
Yeah, absolutely. The pile driver, it's super overpowered, but it does have its drawbacks, and it's a fully committal ability. So once you use it, you're locked into the full duration of it, and if you hit a wall, you recoil. So they have to be really careful with where they use it.
This room is pretty notorious. It's early in the run, and in a race, dying in that room is devastating, and they both get through it nicely. It costs over a minute to die in that room, and they both got through it. It's really, really scary, so really nicely done.
You're going to see him abuse the power gear here, and they can actually, the red power gear does damage through iframes. So you're going to see him damage Tundra Man when he's not normally ready to be damaged.
So we saw a little bit of speed gear there from Fasta. Unfortunately, he missed his first double buster. And so that catches QTT up a little bit as these guys now really, really close here after 2 stages.
Yeah, some of these, so every boss, like Chelny said, is equipped with a double gear system, and some of them are like really, really punishing when they activate them. Impact and block being the main two that we absolutely don't want to see. For Tundra, it's not too bad. Most of them will just do like a short taunt and then immediately go into their next attack, and it's not too big of a deal.
All right, into Torch. This stage is actually pretty fun. It's a very long horizontal stage, and there are 3 fire chase sections that if the fire hits you, it's an insta-kill. You can actually freeze them if you get into danger with Tundra, but you also have to remember that you need Tundra's weapon for the boss as well as the mini-boss. So they are going to use a W tank here. You're going to start seeing now why W tanks are important to grab.
Here's the first fire pursuit screen, and you want to just make sure you kill as many enemies as possible to get drops while you don't get caught up by the fire.
Both QTT and Fasta had a little bit of a hiccup in that room, but they both get out nicely. So that's the most important part, is just getting through those rooms.
This stage is absolutely terrifying.
Oh yeah, this is a tense stage. Say goodbye to this mini boss.
Yeah, Sparky gets wrecked really fast by the Tundra weapon, and it's a neat little trick with Tundra is if you slide and jump, you can use Tundra really fast again, unlike waiting for the whole downtime of Tundra, so yeah, really cool.
We can get this W tank grab.
W tank, real nice jump. Fasta needs to freeze the fireball to grab it.
Yeah, just playing it safe again. You don't want to take a death in these rooms.
You see, that was actually a little bit slower though, and Fasta's just a little bit behind now.
But he's already gone through his W tank. QTT is now using his. QTT did get some better drops there, so he will have a few more impacts that will help him out here. They could be leaving this room pretty close.
Yeah,
actually. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, into our final fire chase room.
You're going to see him use a Mega Buster coming up here to push this guy back, and another one to open up the shield of an enemy so he can impact straight through him right there.
Yeah, really nice.
Really nice.
Fastest through, QTT's through. Beautiful.
Great stages.
All right. Torchman, the master of Torch Jitsu, is going to show us the ways, but unfortunately for him, we've got a full bar of Tundra.
Yeah, he made the mistake of being very weak to a full screen weapon.
Unfortunately, Fasta did miss one of his torches, so he's to pull out the Buster here a little bit. This is another longer power gear phase. Wow, in sync right there. You want to save Tundra for the last 2 hits because when Tundra uses his power gear, he goes invulnerable, just like a lot of the other bosses, and you have to either wait for it to end or hit him. Tundra's the only thing that can hit him in that phase, so these guys are very close coming out of 3 stages.
Torchman also just has a lot of weird, like, scattered invincibility frames. You really have to respect his iframes.
Yeah.
Very heavy RNG boss. They're coming into Blastman now, and you're going to see him start using the torch weapon to blow up some of the blocks. There's design ways to go through these screens, but they're going to be trying to blow up the blocks earlier so you can get through the screens faster.
And again, like we mentioned early on, QTT is doing the shop route, which means he's going to have more W tank usage than Fasta. You're noticing that he'll be using a lot more impacts here, whereas Fasta's not using them. And that could affect a little bit of the route. Ideally, the shop route, I think, will end up being faster, but we're still kind of in that process of routing. This game is still fairly new, so there's so much being learned yet with this game.
Like we mentioned before, all of your weapons can also use the power gear. It's not limited just to the Mega Buster. And the Blast power gear is actually pretty interesting. It does get a little bit stronger, but primarily what they're going to be using it for is the different angles. So the Blast normally will go up and fire down at a 45-degree angle, but using the Power Blast, or Power Torch rather, lets you hit some of these blocks and some of these enemies from way off screen. You wouldn't normally be able to do that without using the power gear.
Little fall there. Qttsix is going to go for a pretty tricky rush coil in this room.
Yeah, shout out to the Prissy on this one. Really nice, quick coil.
Yeah, very nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's just finally using his W tank here. That shows you how good his drops were in this stage.
That was insane.
Really solid. Neck and neck coming into the
power of the additional pile driver.
Oh,
no.
So that's a quick death.
It's a very short death. The checkpoint is literally right there. But yeah, this room is really tricky, and I apologize for that.
Yeah, thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, that was my fault. So a little bit of distance. Fasta has a bit of breathing room here, but like that was we're talking less than 15 seconds.
Yeah,
nothing. He didn't use the coil, which is also helpful. He didn't go down coil ammo.
He used W tank, so he had full.
Yeah, right.
Coil ammo, anyways.
Cheating W tanks.
Yeah, I know.
Man, I swear.
This is such a nice looking fight when done properly.
Yeah, this fight is insane.
He's got the torch, thankfully, again, because of the W tank. Normally, Fasta would have been out of torch if he had made the mistakes.
Yeah.
So that's a nice backup for QTT.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really cool fight. Yeah, that boss fight, ideally, you do with the Tundra and the double busters. Really nice kill that Agoaf came up with, actually. It's interesting how many Mega Man runners have actually affected this game in such a short time, even though they didn't fully run the game. It's been a pretty awesome experience routing it.
Yeah, the strat finding was like explosive straight out of the gate. Everybody was running this game.
Oh, absolutely.
Hooded Ruby came back, contributed a whole lot of strats. It was amazing.
Sohan, yeah, a ton of guys.
So we finished 4 Robot Masters now, which means we've got Rush Jet. Kind of like Mega Man 10 and those games where you get Jet after defeating so many Masters. You're going to see them like already fastly using it there to skip some of the ladder climbs. Ladders are actually a really big deal in this game. If you don't have to climb a ladder, you don't want to climb a ladder because climbing ladders in this game is probably the slowest thing. So any little type of jet jump you can do, even at the top of the screen to kind of jump and grab the ladder higher in the next room, is really important.
So if you do see them summoning Rush Jet and you just see a blur, that's because they're just basically using Jet as a platform to jump off of. They don't really want to ride the Jet.
Yeah, especially since Coil and Jet use the same ammo bar, and jumping off of Jet quickly uses 2 ammo, whereas jumping off of Coil uses 4. So yeah, you can get a lot more mileage out of Jet jumps than you can Coil jumps.
By the way, anyone who played this game casually, Blastman destroyed those block puzzles. Sorry you didn't find that out in your first playthrough.
Yeah, even a single uncharged one will still destroy the whole puzzle. It's pretty sick. So here's our W tank. QTT
nice
going around
nice.
the nice little... it's a little trickier. You got to get around quick before that air nut hits you.
So fastatcc's kill on the mini-boss there is another interesting thing in this game. Like Mega Man 8, you can have more than one active weapon on screen. And with the quick swapping, you can really just push out a whole lot of really powerful weapons on these mini bosses, and very few of them have any kind of iframes. So you can just throw a whole lot of them, you know, Tundra, Blast, Block, all at once, and the mini boss just immediately disintegrates.
So they're going to be coming up on a Blockman boss fight really soon, and that's another one where we do not want to see Blockman use his power gear, and they've got a very specific and very difficult setup in order to kill Blockman right before he transforms.
Yeah, it's another sort of thing where you want to set up his HP at a very specific range so that you can get him quick before he actually jumps out of the map. So we'll see how fast this fight here goes. We don't want to see the big boy. Looks good.
So good.
Just has to wait for it to charge. Right
on.
Real
Nice.
Beautiful.
Now QTT.
Looking good too. Nice.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
That's
Excellent
awesome.
kills.
Yeah. That is a very tight window to let go of that fully charged shot, and if you miss it, you're in trouble.
Yeah, the
because
fight
that burns out your gears too,
Yeah.
and then you have to fight. So yeah, not only do you trigger the terrible phase, but you don't have any firepower to handle it.
Yeah, and he regains health too. He goes right back to full health, and you have to fight that whole second sort of mini boss almost in the middle of the boss fight. It's really kind of
awful.
irritating. So here we're seeing QTT. He's going to do his shop trip now. So Fast is going to have a bit of time to hopefully gain some time on him as QTT does this, and then hopefully QTT will be able to recover some of that time with the W tanks when he gets into the stages. But we're into my favorite stage, which is Bounce's stage, and this stage is awesome. There's
great.
so much awesome tech, and we're going to use a ton of rush and a ton of impact here, to the point where if you don't have a W tank here, you're really missing out.
Very nice coil jet by Fast there, and you're going to see it again later in the stage. He actually jumps off of rush coil, and with very specific timing, summons down rush jet to land on him.
Yeah, it's really, really tricky to do coil jets in this game. You have to actually despawn coil by switching weapons as soon as you land on him. Otherwise, you can't summon jet in time to actually land.
Say hello to Pump Master K.
Yo, it's our good boy Frog Balloon and his master, Pump Master K.
The encore. All right.
Oh, we almost got it. It's the best sound effect, I swear.
Yeah, so Fast was trying to do, again, the same concept as the Blast mini bosses. We fire a Power Blast, Power Block, and Power Tundra, probably. Torch, I guess. Just like
nice
that,
fight.
what QTT demonstrated.
Yeah, really nice fight there.
But he accidentally swapped to impacts, and that threw things off.
So Fast is using his W tank. QTT's already used one W tank. He's actually going to use a second one here. It's part of the shop route now. You'll notice he gets a lot of jet jumps right near the top of screens, like that one right there. Again, skipping ladder climbing is super important. Kind of an unfortunate drop down there, but it's okay. Like, it's minor time loss.
All right, the rematch with Pump Master K, same impact.
Same sort of blunder there, but it's all good. He's out. Got another coil jet coming up here. We'll see if it goes well for him. Beautiful.
Very nice.
Really good.
That is so hard to do.
Grabbing that W tank is pretty important, as Fasta doesn't want to have to go to the shop. Ooh, gets that, gets that lucky roulette, roulette drop there.
He is tricking the game here into thinking he's going all the way to the top of the screen and jump down. But instead, he actually just up the shaft a little bit and falls back.
Really nice. Yeah, so he's got some impact now to use in some of these other rooms where he would normally be out. Really nice there by QTT as well.
So Bounce Man kind of goes down pretty weak. He doesn't put up much of a fight.
Yeah, we're gonna hit him with a double buster in between the two impacts. Since we don't, you want to use 3 impacts ideally, but I mean, it almost doesn't change the fight to use the double buster.
Right.
So it's better to try to use the impact somewhere in the stage to go faster, and if you can do it like that.
Yeah, and the pile driver actually hits twice. Once when it connects and then once when it detonates.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that the detonation ignores iframes.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, so Bounce Man is actually doubly weak to impact because of the double hits. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, really easy. If you break him apart with impact like that, then he can also not use speed gear until after that wears off. So he dies well before he can have a chance to use his gear.
These last 2 stages can be done in any order. Just for convenience's sake, we're going to go into Fuse first, but you could do Acid if you want.
Yeah, you save 1 input by going to Fuse first. That's it. One stage select input. Ooh, Fasta does get caught behind these lasers. These lasers are on just the sort of cycle timer, but Not a big deal. We just kind of deboost through them.
All the cycles start when you enter the room, so there's no global cycles here, but they are still pretty strict, and you lose a good amount of time if you miss them. You'll also see them do some neat tricks coming up here to try and get ahead of certain cycles.
Yeah, there's a strat coming up here Fast is about to go for, it looks like here. This is a strat that Ohan came up with, so we'll see if Fast can get it. It's a really tight timing thing to do here. We're going to try to skip past this laser. He uses a bit of speaker. He does still get clipped, but it's still good. And then we can just impact across here and try to beat this laser cycle up top. Really nicely done.
Real good.
Yeah, if you do not make it to that rush call fast enough, you are falling all the way back down.
QTT coming up on it too here. Beautiful,
oh, real nice.
Beautiful.
That is so hard.
Oh, no. That's fine. He's got the impact for it, and he's still got extra, so. It just means that, yeah, he gets caught a little bit by the laser there at the top. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Pretty much in this game, if you can impact in a place that you can't slide, you're likely saving time. Any impacts you do over flat ground aren't going to save you as much just because the slide is obviously pretty decent as well.
fastatcc is coming up to probably my favorite quick kill of the game. The fuse fight looks so good when you do it properly. You're going to see him use power and speed gear and the bouncy ball and rush jet.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some pretty fancy strats here. Fuse is another one that'll implement his speed gear, but we want to kill him before he really gets a chance to use it. Looking good. Very nice.
Yeah, great fight.
See how QTT's fight goes. This is a very difficult fight to learn.
Yeah,
like it looks so smooth, but the hardest part about a lot of these fights is actually managing your gear. Like, not burning out and stuff is such a difficult thing to not do.
When you see them do little taps, gear on and off, that's just to get a little bit of gear back.
Yeah, just to like let it cool off a little bit so they're not gonna go too overboard.
There's so much going on with your weapons too. Like you want to start with bouncy ball and then you want to charge the buster as early as possible, but you switch the buster by summoning rush. But the rush position is also important.
The best way to describe it, yeah, like Mumu has the best way to describe it. He called it finger gymnastics, I think. It's pretty much what this game is all about. It's pretty intense. But that's what also makes it incredibly fun. Like, the game is so fast-paced.
Acid coming up on fastatcc's screen is kind of the underwater level of the game, and there are jet streams in some of these screens that'll push them forwards or backwards. When the water's going away from you, you want to use impact to skip as much of it as possible.
QTT got a drop in the first room, which is really nice.
This is another stage where you kill a lot of enemies, so you have a good chance of getting some drops here.
Again, like even something simple like killing the droppies there is all about trying to get extra drops.
This was a neat little strat, using blast just to hang underwater a little bit, get over those spikes.
Very nice. Here, we're going to throw everything at this one here.
Everything.
Take blocks, tanks, bouncy balls, take Tundra, just take it all.
Yeah, many of these weapons have cooldowns on their own, but they don't have cooldowns with respect to other weapons. So instead of using two power blocks, you can use other weapons in the meantime.
Yeah, exactly. So Fasta, unfortunately, didn't get very many drops in his stage, so getting bumped by the mini spider there, kind of a jerk. Yeah, ideally you get drops in this stage and you can go quite a bit quicker. The nice thing, again, for QTT, he's got the W tanks, so he has a little more free range of being able to go for extra.
Oh, man, that was close.
A little bit of a tight jump there. That was pretty close.
I wasn't worried.
I was. These are both looking like some pretty nice acid stages, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice thing about the acid man quick kill actually is you can't really prevent his speed gear, but it doesn't really help him out that much either. So he's still gonna die pretty quick.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, good.
All right.
When in doubt, power Tundra. Yeah.
These guys are professionals, man. They got to know their backups. So really, really good fight there by Fasta.
Very.
And great 8 robo time. Sub 23. Yeah. We're talking really good pace. So very nicely done.
Yeah, and this is a fight, too, where you want to use the red shot of the power buster. So you fire the first shot into his iframes, and then just the red shot is going to hit him. We'll see it on QTT's screen here.
Yeah, the red shot will actually ignore iframes. So you will actually, in some cases, fire the shot early, so that the blue won't even hit him.
Yeah.
The blue will just go into his iframes, but the red will still deal 5 damage, which is great. Here we go. Castles.
This is an intense stage. You are going to be impacting over so many pits, and just one little stray bullet can knock you, and it's probably going to be a death, and you're probably going to go back a long way.
Yeah, I almost don't even want to talk in this stage because it's very difficult. The difficulty of this stage kind of speaks for itself, and this song is a banger, so if you want to turn it up a little bit, that would be awesome as well.
And again, the pile driver is fully committal. So if the spacing is off when you start it, you're going to fall straight into a pit, and there's nothing you can do about it besides like pausing or wasting a whole bunch of ammo.
Yeah, exactly. Fasta also got a drop in room 1, which is awesome. So he gets the extra impacts in this room.
Now you're going to see Qttsix use some of the same impacts because he actually has a spare W tank. Fast is all out of W tank, so he has to do the rest of the game without refilling.
We have also probably one of the most difficult rooms here for Fasta coming up right away, so let's see how this goes for him.
There you go. Getting over that bullet. Getting over that bullet.
Nice. Whew, nice.
There we go.
That's a terrifying room. There's so many projectiles in that room, and if you miss any of your impacts or jumps a little bit, you can just get hit right into the pit. And since your damage animation is so long in this game, you're almost guaranteed to die. Here we go with QTT.
So we're coming up on a kind of familiar boss that you guys might have heard of before. Has anyone heard of a Yellow Devil?
Really good room.
Really good room. He even slid over the spike, dude. He's a madman. You can slide off that edge and fall on that spike and die, and it's just sort of like a subpixel-y type thing. Good. Every game has to have subpixels.
So for the Yellow Devil, we're going to be using the 4-chain blast because 4 of the small blasts actually do more damage than the Power Gear one.
Yeah.
And when Yellow Devil activates Speed Gear, the one in the back is the weak one. We're actually going to attach some blasts to the wall here so we can do damage as soon as he comes down.
Nice,
very
fight.
nice.
Really good.
If you don't kill him there, he will start jumping around and doing all sorts of stuff you do not want him to do.
I did like that Capcom did reward you if you knew what the pattern was from Mega Man 1, because it is the exact same pattern.
Oh, is it?
The orbs come out for Yellow Devil, yeah. Looking good.
Another good fight.
Right on. Excellent. So, Wily 2 is also a fairly difficult stage. This is a stage where we really benefit from extra ammo drops. So, Fast is definitely going to be fishing for drops here as best he can. Gets a little one there. It's anywhere you can get an extra one, the better, because nice. There you go.
Yeah, all right.
The more impacts you get, there's so much non-sliding space in Wily 2 that it can be tricky. Another one, dude.
Wow.
He's getting the gut. That's exactly what you want. Again, QTT also wants drops, but he does have his W tank in reserve, so he's going to have a little more freedom to just go for stuff early without any hope of drop.
This Sniper Joe room is really scary, just jumping between the bullets to grab the ladder.
Especially since if you die, you go back to the beginning of the stage.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the checkpoint is right after that. It's really rough. Ooh. Yeah, a lot of power torch, a lot of power impact, a lot of blast. This stage has... This room, actually, that Fast is entering here is one of the coolest looking rooms, I think, in the whole game. There's a lot of weapon swapping really fast here. Jet, please.
Thanks, Johnny.
You know. Dog! All right, Rush.
You didn't pet him.
It's not dogs, it's revenge.
He thought he was supposed to be dealing damage to the tower is what it was.
Right, he was ready to be thrown.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to impact between these, but Fast is going to take it a little bit slower. That's going to give QTT a little chance to catch up a little bit here if he can clear these rooms better than Fast did.
Yeah,
by the way,
beautiful screen.
This climb is so scary. Those things are instant death, and if you fall down, there's very little to save you.
Yeah, QTT's ammo looks really good here, so we'll see if he can get any drops. There is a slightly faster kill. I can't tell if he can go for it. Is that 8 or 9? Looks like 8. So Fasta might be 1 ammo short, unfortunately.
So you're going to see him use bouncy balls to open up Malverin, and then impact to deal damage to the core, which is the weak spot. Baiting the laser out.
Solid fight. Yeah, having a third impact only really makes the fight 1 second-ish faster. But oh, he did have it, dude.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did. He did.
Maybe just wasn't practiced on it.
No, he was.
Oh, well.
Good fight.
Nice. Very good.
Fight.
All right, refights.
Here we go.
The last stage is basically just a short tunnel that leads straight to refights. So they're going to have to do them all again, including the scary ones we talked about. Going to have to fight Impact Man again. Going to have to fight Block Man again. And there's going to be some faster kills that they may go for now that they have access to all the weapons.
Yeah, Tundra is surprisingly useful for a lot of these bosses. You're actually going to see Fasta open with Tundra on impact. It does 4 damage, so he doesn't have to do a Charge Buster and a Lemon. He just does 1 attack, and it allows him to try to kill impact 1 full cycle faster. Let's see what he gets here. It's a jump. It's a little harder to do with a jump. He gets it. Nice. Excellent. It's harder to do with a jump because you actually don't have enough time to squeeze it in, and that's why you see him swap speed gear on for a very short amount of time at the end of the fight so that that Buster has time to hit him.
Yeah. And again, you can't have both power gear and speed gear active unless you use the double gear.
Oh, just a little bit too early.
No escape for QTT as he's got the power gear version now for Impact Man. This costs a fairly decent amount of time, as you can see, because he's invulnerable during this whole phase. I appreciate him for showing it off, though.
Yep.
Behold, power Impact Man.
So going through these again, and most of these are going to be the same, but we are going to see some differences come back to Tundra. And probably again on Torch, you're going to have to see them use the Buster because they will actually run out of Tundra.
Yes, Tundra's so good in refights that we don't have enough. So the Torch fight, or the Blast fight that we did earlier, and the Torch fight earlier are going to be slightly different because we don't have as much ammo.
Looks good for Blockman so far.
Right on.
Very nice.
Excellent. Nice fight there by QT. Acid's fairly straightforward, but man, it just looks so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we had a $250 donation from Mr. Cab196. It says, time for Mega Man to make an impact at Summer Games done quick before we're stuck in the Tundra again.
Excellent. No kill there.
So light some torches and have a blast. This main block is sure to put a bounce in everyone's step. Just don't blow a fuse, don't get acidic, and save some frames.
We didn't see the golem, thankfully, there. It's really scary. Like Sage mentioned it earlier, it's a really tight timing trick, so you really got to focus for that.
fastatcc, by the way, a little bit of trouble getting through Tundra. So Qttsix is right on his tail, just about a boss behind. And just looking for an opportunity to catch up.
So getting that Buster hit in. Oh, he just missed
too early.
He's going to have to watch the entirety of now the remaining power gear phase of Torch and then try to get his last hit in. There he goes. Okay. So, bit of a mistake there. Doesn't cost as much time as Block or Impact, but gives QTT a little more life. So this fight on Blast is also a little bit different. Like I said, he doesn't have Tundra anymore, so he's going to actually use Torch and double Buster shots here. Really nice kill. Yeah, really only the length of one Robot Master and refights behind. Like, this is
still very close.
Still pretty close. There's a couple things that we definitely have to watch out for in the actual stage coming up. But mostly it's the first initial jump onto Rush to catch the elevator's first early cycle. Again, really minor time loss when you mess up Blast power gear thing. It's nothing too crucial.
So you want to make this platform here.
Utilize
there we go.
Gear, very nice.
If you fall down, you're dead.
Definitely a tricky jump there.
And they are going to try and make this platform cycle. So you're going to see them impacting and using Rush to get through without waiting for the platforms. You can just barely make a platform cycle. And if that one cuts you off, you have to ride this thing all the way down this long hallway very slowly.
Validated the run with the bouncy balls.
I think these guys were in Twitch Rivals.
Yeah, shout out to Twitch Rivals.
I think. I'm not 100% certain. Just guessing.
Names sound familiar.
Yeah. So, Wily Machine and Capsule now back to back. Surprisingly, now we finally get to see Acid Barrier.
Yeah.
It's actually very strong against Wily for both phases, so you're going to see it used. Really nice machine kill there by Fasta, so just Capsule and that's it. Time's coming up on final hit.
He has to actually use the shield to hit Wily. He cannot shoot. It doesn't do as much damage.
There's one hit there. Ooh, this could be really good. And time.
Real nice.
Beautiful. 33, dude.
33.
Wow. What a beast. QTT right behind him here as he finishes off his machine. And it's going to be a low to mid 34 also. Just amazing times.
Yeah, super good runs.
Nice use of Blast to get in a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah.
GG. Time.
Nice.
What a run. What a race.
Excellent job. Yeah, no, like they said in the interview, hadn't had a new Mega Man game in like 8-9 years.
Yeah.
But, man, they knocked it out of the park with this game. This game is
amazing.
phenomenal.
I believe it's also on sale right now.
Is it really?
I think it's $9 right now.
Shout out to Capcom, man.
Yeah.
We're ready for Mega Man 12. Please. more Mega Man. Great job, guys. Excellent runs.
Yeah,
absolutely
amazing
incredible.
runs.
Those are not easy times to get. A 33 is amazing.
Yeah, 33:47 is definitely better than most people.
Yeah.
So there's only like 4 people that have a time that's better than that in the world. So great job, guys.
And there you have it. Great job, guys, in that amazing race. Coming up next, we got some Tetris Effect with Hard Drop. You do not want to miss it. I'm going to read a couple of donations I unfortunately did not get to go through, but it's okay because we just watched an amazing race, so it's so worth it. We had a $500 donation for Colto. Thank you for that $500 donation. Says, shout out to the Mega Man community being such an amazing group of people. I'm super excited for this Mega Man 11 race. Good luck to FASTA and QTT. $50 from Feebot.1 that says, Mega Block is best block. Amazing run so far. Best block to FASTA and QTT in your race. Let's make a maximum impact. APOC229 donates $200 that says, thank you so much for those Mega Man runs. I love the soundtrack. Those runs encouraged me to make my first donation. Keep up the good work. Super2U donates $5 that says, I've learned so much watching Fast and Qttsix running Mega Man 11. These two are just too good. Race is gonna be ace. And it was. And it's time for us to just play a little Twitch, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2019. I'm OoB, and it is time for some prizes, interviews. Take it away, Sent.
Indeed it is, Edo. Everyone, welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick. My name is Sent, and as mentioned, there's a lot of me here. Don't worry about that. That's intentional. I'm here to tell you about some great prizes, along with Sent, and also Sent, maybe some Sent in the back. Who knows? So guys, we got some great prizes to talk about. They're going to be available from now until the end of Task Block. And speaking of Task Block, you guys are going to want to get your donations in towards that Celeste Plays task incentive. Flip that, reverse it. TaskBot plays Celeste. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. We still need about $100,000 to make that happen, and we've got maybe about an hour to pull that together. But I believe in you guys and the incredible generosity that you've had. We've already raised almost $1.2 million for Doctors Without Borders, and that's incredible. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. But don't stop now. So let's talk about some of these great prizes we have. Now, from our friend Andy J. Retro, we have a beautiful HDMI NES top loader. It's an NES top loader, which is the best kind of loader for the original NES. And it's got a lovely little HDMI port installed into it. Super easy to hook up to your modern day TVs. Don't have to worry about anything. I mean, I know I've tried to get coaxial to work on some stuff through like 18 different converters. Not worth it. HDMI mod. $30 minimum donation from now until the end of Task Block. Also, it comes with a beautiful dog bone controller, which I know is controversial, but let's be real, it's the best controller. From our friend Sage Grimm, we have an absolutely beautiful Celeste cross stitch. It's incredible. You need to go to the tracker and check out the picture of this thing. It's massive, and I have never seen Madeline look as smug. And I know why she's smug. She's smug because she knows you guys are going to get that money in to see TaskBot play Celeste. It is a $35 minimum donation, and seriously, go take a picture. Go take a look at the picture. It's incredible. From our friends over at Bit Brigade, we have a beautiful Mega Man 2 vinyl. I'm holding it sideways. That's because it's a vinyl and therefore is circular, so you can hold it in any orientation you'd like. You know, the vinyl itself is beautiful. I've mentioned before, vinyl's really made a comeback these past few years. We actually have a vinyl record player on site in our little pinball room. Been listening to some of these tracks. They sound great, and it's only a $5 minimum donation, so I mean, hey, no reason not to get in on it. From our friend Star Salts, we have some beautiful double-sided Celeste keychains. You've got one side Madeline, the other side Badeline. There's a great picture of them available in our tracker, and it's only a $5 minimum donation. So, hey, no reason not to get $5 in. You know, put that $5 towards Celeste happening. Come on, guys, we want to see it. Now, from Violet Valhalla, this has been behind us the entire event. We have this amazing Mega Man 11 Stage Select cross stitch. I want to emphasize, this is a cross stitch. I think a lot of people have thought this was a painting. No, this is like 6,000 stitches. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a $30 minimum donation, and huge shout outs to Violet Valhalla for getting this out to us. Just set that down real quick. From Studio Pimpin, from Pearl Pop, we have a pair of absolutely beautiful Mega Man Perlers. We got classic 8-bit Mega Man here, and we got some Super Nintendo goodness 16-bit Mega Man. They look great. I love Pearl Pop's work. As you can see, as we zoom in on these things, the melt on these things is perfect. A lot of people think, Perlers are Perlers. What can you do? No, these are high-quality Perlers. And hey, this is only a $10 minimum donation for the set. Now, from our friends over at Studio Pimpin, we have, just a cute little picture of some Tetris blocks in the order of a rainbow. They're adorable. I love them. Again, $5 minimum donation. You should definitely get in on them. Now, to talk about something a little bit special, I might need a hand or two here, or we're just going to have to figure this out. From our friend Altered Notions, we have a beautiful Mega Man 2 quilt, and this Mega Man 2 quilt is going to be a $40 minimum donation from now until the end of Task Block. So here's the thing. You see a picture of it in the tracker, you think, okay, yeah, it's cute. It's a moderately sized quilt. No. I'm going to have to stand up. I'm going to have to get someone. This thing is massive. This is actually a comforter-sized quilt. And we are having trouble holding it up with just the two of us. This thing is incredible. Huge shout outs to Altered Notions for sending it in to us. Look at the detail on it. You want it. I can't have it, but you can have it if you donate $40 and are lucky enough to win it. Thank you very much for helping me show that off. We'll just fold it up off screen. And guys, we also have something incredibly special to talk about. Our good friend Adam Bork, he hit me up before the event. He was like, Sent, I want to do something really special. What can we do? So together, we put together a pretty impressive PC. It's an Alienware Aurora R8 PC. This thing has like a TI 2080 in it. It's got like an Intel i970K. The specs are incredible. They're in the tracker. You should go check them out. It's a $150 donation, but like the grand prize, it's cumulative, starting at the start of Mega Man Block until the end of the marathon. So $150 from the start of Mega Man Block to the end of the marathon, going to get you entered into a chance to win this. And keep in mind, that's basically going to get you all the way to the $200 you need to get in for the chance to win our grand prize, an amazing Master Sword and Hylian Shield from our friends over at Heroic Replicas. Guys, we have so many great prizes, and you should head over to gamesdonequick.com, check out the tracker. It's going to have all the information you need on upcoming prizes, on upcoming speed runs, and upcoming incentives you can put those donations towards, like the Celeste task that I keep trying to plug. You really do want to see it. Now, before I go, there's one last thing I want to mention. If you guys didn't know, throughout the entire month of June, Games Done Quick is donating the revenue we receive from subscribers and bits back to charity. That means 100% of what we would receive from your sub, we're going to give right to MSF. So, hey, you sub at tier 1, you get some great emotes, and we're going to give our portion of that to MSF. You sub at tier 2, and at $10, you can put my face in chat. I don't know why you'd want to put my face in chat, but if you want to put my face in chat, you could do that, and we're going to give our portion of that revenue to charity. Tier 3, $25, guess what? We're going to give our portion of that directly to charity. Now, here's the catch. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. And if you have Twitch Prime, you have one free sub a month. And the streamer, in that case us, gets the full revenue from that sub. That means if you have Twitch Prime, you can give us a sub for free, and we will be giving that money to charity. That is an incredible opportunity for you and for us and for the charity. Guys, keep in mind all the donations are going directly to MSF and their amazing work. And yeah, please get those donations in, make the Celeste test happen. Someone's making me laugh behind the camera. And I think that's going to be all for me as they make funny faces. We're going to throw it back up to the front as we get ready for Tetris Effect with Hard Drop.
Thank you so much, Sent, for that. And just so you guys are wondering, right now we're at $87,843 for TaskBot to play Celeste. We need $175,000, guys. Let's make this happen. I know we can make it happen. Speaking of making that happen, I know who wants to make it happen because Power Up Audio donated $1,000. Saying, celebrating our 5th year on helping out for this wonderful cause. Congrats, SGDQ, on the record pace. Let's keep it going and get that Celeste task. $5 from It's a Squid that says, can't wait for Tetris Effect, a criminally underrated game more people need to know about. This donation is yours forever. Neat 206, thank you for your $256 donation that says, come on guys, let's get that TaskBot Celeste run. And I think we are ready for some Tetris Effect. Hard Drop, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Adobin. My name is Blink. I'm the founder of the Hard Drop community. I've been playing competitive Tetris for about 15 years.